Bitch, I'm decked up on blue bills, and I won't stop until the cash pit look like fall leaves in a bag fill. Tell her out of my face if she coming with that bull. Quit to say my piece, I'm so after school special. She brainy, but them jeans looking like paint. I gotta bless her. Niggas talk a whole lot, knowing damn well they really can't press us. I notated on leaflet. I'm really up a few levels with it. Like way off the way from them. Can't see me, you can't meddle with us. E and J in my Earl Grey hood bunched up with the cheese eggs and a dumb face. No stunner shade still turned up. Been had it poppin' in broad day, that's Avi. Flower child from the sun rays, but I run fade, got 'em punch drunk. My Providence, they don't love us. They rather treat us like an animal. Just wonder why we on 8. Escaping shit, I'm off the cannabis. Middle fingers in tandem, going tantrum. Yelling swell with a big smile, young phantom. Hi mom, I'm on camera. Coming live from the mud pit, we don't take post beef for granted. I plan to keep it stress-free, live and die young, I leave it on the canvases. Split up some with my better half, trade day like it's a holiday. My on dumb flame till the wheels kill, I'm on road rage. Yeah. On dumb flame till the wheels fall, I'm on road rage. I've been on a run, my third eye open. Been trying to kill emotion. Life in the slums. I've been on a run, my third eye open. Yeah. Hey, fuck the ceiling. I've been living out the moon roof with it. I'm in tune with my senses, kill the tune with my sentence every time. Yeah, I've been in the mood, got a feeling. What we doing, got 'em fuming, they ain't used to it. Rely me to the pledge when I said it, no caps, and I'm butty till I feel black. And I still ride for it on a couple flats, I've been down bad, it comes back. Been slave to a 9 to 5, now we booming, no stopping the digital trap. Been slave to a 9 to 5, now we booming, no stopping the digital trap. I've been on a run, my third eye open. Been trying to kill emotion, yeah. Life in the slums. My third eye open.
Instagram and search for Ed Poster. Ed Poster, my boy, man. Guy creates the best instrumentals. Done. He's on Spotify. Just search for Ed Poster, guys. My guy. Go and support my guy. What's good? What's good? Cryptomaniac. What's happening, brother? What's going on, man? It's been a while, my boy. It's been a while. Yeah. Music's coming down. Don't worry. Music will be down. Just want to keep the flavor in the room because we have what we understand to be the ETF rolling out today. It's too quiet across the board. So we're just waiting. Kendall, how you doing? Thank you very much. Mad love to you. 8 months being a holder. Happy days. Who's in the room today? George, man. Yo, you want to get involved with System Hack? He's the guy that's writing the bars for the channel, man. Put up loads of songs in the actual channel, in the Discord. Okay, who we got in the room? Solange, how you doing? Been a while. Sack Trades first daddy. Daddy's in the room. Christopher Morgan. Bro. All right then, man. It's an exciting time to be here, guys, today. It's very exciting. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope the love is all there because we have the Bitcoin ETF launching today. Okay, that's why I've come on a little bit soon. I was just involved in the masterclass with the patrons. We've broken down the zones. We know what to expect. There won't be any surprises for us unless the market maker does decide to do something stupid. We had the conversation with Steve today. Steve has set up the range for us, so we know where we're going to be. If anyone wants to know who Steve is, you need to watch a couple of streams to understand who Steve is. But I'll give you the basis of it. Steve is the guy that moves the market. He's the guy that buys 89 cents worth of Bitcoin and Bitcoin moves. So please be aware of Steve. What's going on, Madiwa? How you doing, my brother? This is it. This is it. Yeah, this is it. All right, then. So, for anybody new to the channel and to all my pattern watchers, welcome to the Traders Reality Show. My name is Tino. Let's have a conversation. Let's roll. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, so let's just kill the music down for a moment. We need to focus. We need to pay attention to what is actually happening today. Bitcoin ETF. First things first, we need to have a look at what is being discussed across the board. What news articles are they releasing to everyone? Okay, look at this. Creating the hype. Now, would it be valid to make the claim that the market makers could actually drop price the moment it actually hits? Is it valid to make that claim? Would it be a good thing to assume that they could actually bring price down lower before they actually make the move higher? Okay. Why has Bitcoin just stabilized around towards its all-time high? Why have they not hit that zone yet? Because they want to make sure that they can get the most amount of liquidity at that point. And that point is going to be triggered by Bitcoin's listing of the ETF and it being traded today. Okay, just look at the news that's coming across the across the board. Financial Juice, CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, CNBC, FX Empire, you know, Korea Times. Oh God, it's all over the place. IB Times. Finance.yahoo, Decrypt, they're all talking about cryptocurrency. This, ladies and gentlemen, based on an article that was written not so long ago by a gentleman, this could be Bitcoin, or should I say cryptocurrency's iPhone moment. Okay? Everybody knows what it was like when the iPhone got listed and it got released. Everyone went crazy for it. So, is that what we're going to see today? Could we actually see Bitcoin making the move today, ladies and gentlemen? Will we see it? That's the question. That is what I want to know, and that is what we are here to find out today, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a mad ride today. I'll just need to slow things down on the computer, get rid of that, so that this stream can move nice and smoothly. Get rid of Twitter right there. Okay, then, cool. All right, then. Okay, so just having a look here. The world is with us today. Black Suns, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so much. If you are a member, you get the opportunity to type and ask questions. And you see the box up there, as you can see, Black Suns has wrote. So you can ask questions right there as well, guys. So don't hesitate. Okay. Congrats, Tino. XRP became a stable coin. I am Cousins. Could this be the next El Salvador flip. But you see, the thing is this, okay? Look at El Salvador adopting cryptocurrency or Bitcoin as a as legal tender, all right? It's not that much of a big thing when you think about it. But Bitcoin becoming an ETF, I've said it time and time again. The second Wall Street steps into cryptocurrency, done. Done, done, done. Wall Street now has a means to cover their exposure, to minimize risk on their portfolios. Before it was gold. Now they got Bitcoin. Wasn't that the reason why Bitcoin got listed on the CME as a hedging asset? Wasn't that the reason why Ethereum stepped up onto the plan? We're going to see if it does play out today, ladies and gentlemen, which is why this stream today is going to be designed to explore the behavior by Mr. Market Maker at this point in time. This is a big day. Market Maker might actually allow people to realize a return, but he will then be able to mark up his shorts at the highest possible point because he would have the most amount of liquidity to do so. Okay? Now, the liquidity that's been coming into the marketplace right now, ladies and gentlemen, up until this point, has been from institutional traders. Okay? It's been whales, you name it, retail traders from all over the world. Now they are legitimately bringing Wall Street into the game. Now is where Bitcoin, or should I say cryptocurrency, puts his foot on the map. Okay? The way we would observe price in this zone right now, it would be safe to make the assumption that market makers are building shorts at the highest possible point. But we're at an all-time high. We are nearing the all-time high zone. Are they getting ready to build the shorts? Do people think that what happened back when Bitcoin made its all-time high of 64K and then it dropped, do people think that that's going to be the same thing again? Well, look at where we are. We're about to receive an influx of liquidity coming into the market. Why would anything drop? That would be a valid assumption. Okay? If the interest is now present for people to buy, the market maker is saying, okay, hold on. Now we've got more liquidity. Let's play around with the game for a bit. Let's get everybody hyped up on Bitcoin being on the being an ETF. Let's see what they've got in store for us. Because you know what the crazy thing is, ladies and gentlemen? They could actually just range out for the rest of the day. That could happen. And you would have to be okay with that. Extra. That's so bad, man. That's so bad. Yeah. Says futures, does that reflect on supply? But Tino, since it's a futures ETF, does that really reflect on the supply? It depends. It depends because the futures themselves. If you look at any news desk or any financial news, the first thing they talk about is what is the situation with the futures, okay? Because that's where they are projecting where they want it to go. That's what futures are, okay? People believe Bitcoin's going to get to this point in the chart. They think it's going to get to this point in the chart. They will come to the ETF. Okay? It does, yes, it's true. It doesn't affect supply. It's just no different to trading a currency pair. Okay? You are just basing that in the future. You think Bitcoin is going to end up here. Bitcoin is going to end up down here. You've got the ETF for itself. I believe Bitcoin's going to go to 60K. Fine. You wait for it to go to 60K. That's what you're betting on. Okay? Okay, then. Firstly, just before it all kicks off, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's stream at 10 p.m. I'll be doing the giveaway. Okay? So this is the breakdown for the giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just bring that up for you. What you need to do is you need to go to the community post, okay? And come to this video. And in the comment section, you need to type Traders Reality, then your Discord name and number to take part, okay? And in tonight's stream, I will be giving away 3 subscribers, okay? Access for 3 months in the Market Maker Patreon tier, okay? And I would have then given 6 away after tonight. And then I would have another 4 more to give away. And then I'll be giving away 1 Ethereum that was kindly donated by one of the members in the channel. Okay? So there's a lot of giveaways happening, guys. So just make sure that you go to this video at the end of the stream, head over to this community post, and then go into that video, type Traders Reality in the comment section with your Discord name and number to take part. All right? Wicked. So let's get with it. What have they got in store for us today, ladies and gentlemen? Tino, but do that unbacked ETF affect the real price of Bitcoin? It's interest. That's what it is. Okay? It's interest. Look at what's going on. Let's roll with the chart. We don't care what this... Do you know what? It could be the ETF for oxygen. It could be ETF for vape pens. Whatever ETF it is, it means liquidity's coming into the charts. Money's coming into the market. Okay, remember, Wall Street needs to do things legitimately. Okay, they need to do it right by the shareholders. So that's the best way for them to do it, is to get on the exchange traded funds. It's a regulated thing. SEC can control it now. They can manage it. That's how it is. Bitcoin pumping. Yep, let's see what they've got in store for us with Bitcoin. It's very interesting behavior, guys. It is a very exciting time. You see, you've got to understand, these are the projection zones. Okay? There's one of two things that can happen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? We look to the right. Sorry, look to the left of the chart. Most of the vector candles have been recovered. Now, our principle itself in this channel is to help you guys understand how to trade using the principles of the vector candles. But if you pay close attention, every vector you see that they are building shorts above key notable areas is being recovered at the same time. For every drop down, they are building longs. Look what's just happened here. Bitcoin initiates the stops to the upside, hits the shorts. Sorry, hits the liquidation points for the shorts right here. They open their shorts at the same time, and then they bring price all the way back down to get Bitcoin longs filled at lower prices, and now you're witnessing price slowly drifting back up. All right, we are waiting for New York to open, or should I say 9 a.m. in half an hour's time. So this stream's going to be a little bit of a long stream. We're going to be rolling over until the actual futures market, which is 2:30, and then I'll probably stay on again just to see if we can grab any volatility. But it's going to be some really exciting times today. And you know what? Steve might actually ruin it for us and not do anything with price, which is very unlikely. Okay? But do you understand what I'm saying about how this game is managed? Right? Bitcoin could have made its all-time high ages ago. If it wasn't for the sake of the ETF, all right? They would have taken the all-time high, and then we would be looking at 65, 67. But the ETF itself is giving the market maker the chance to induce more traders to step in, more liquidity. Bitcoin is now becoming mainstream. Cryptocurrency is now getting the attention that it deserves. Okay? Let's see if it follows through. Let's see. Brinks box, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Now we are paying attention to the US Brinks box. Prices stayed above the daily open as well. Let's have a look at things across the board to see how they are responding to this new setup as such. Okay, Ethereum does have some previous zones in the chart that they would need to recover. We've got this zone up here. We have these previous vector candles in the chart that we will need to see some movement towards. Ethereum does have this zone up here that they will need to take, but it all depends on what happens, man. Remember, money goes into Bitcoin. Will the alts follow through? Well, let's have a look at what alts are actually doing good. Look at FTM. FTM has done really well to make some highs to the upside. Again, coming down to test the 50 EMA. It's staying in line with its cyclical pattern of this tattoo pattern. Rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. High ADR in sight. Testing the 50 EMA. Key thing here is the vector candle comes down towards the 50 EMA, but it doesn't break it, doesn't even tap it, and price is now looking to come back up already. Okay, so for a mini cyclical pattern to the upside, we could be expecting the following: rise, retrace, continuation to the upside, projecting the $2.60 for FTM. Okay, if that is going to be the case. Atom has decided to step up out of nowhere, okay, and form a wonderful pattern on the 15-minute time frame. You can see this. Study this pattern, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, just look how it plays out. Look at the W. And this is what we're going to be talking about in the masterclass tomorrow, guys. So just to be sure of that. Vector candles to the downside. Market makers building their longs all the way down, inducing the retail trader to go short. He snaps price all the way back up to the 50 so that he can release the liquidation points, okay, for the traders that went short. Whilst he's hitting those liquidation points on the way back up, he is realizing a return on his longs that he was building whilst price was dropping, okay? When he brings price up back to the 50 EMA, the same guys that got stopped out, okay, now think that they can take advantage of another move to the downside. They go short. Market maker does it exactly again. He brings price all the way down, stopping volume candles present in the zone, and mini pattern forms in this zone. Market maker shifts price back up and hits the previous point that they initially induced traders to go short in. So they just released more liquidity. They built their longs at lower prices, and then they came back up and realized the return for it. They smack price back down again. They repeat the same process. The retail trader is becoming inflated. He thinks it's going to go down one more time. They spike lower, and then the market maker just shifts out of the zone and completely obliterates all those guys who were short. And at the same time, they are recovering all the vector candles present in the chart. There's the money move right there. Now they've come back up to this point right here. Atom is now quite extended, so we could expect it to come back down towards the 13 EMA. Now, this is on the 15-minute time frame. Roll over onto the 1-hour time frame. This ETF game is going to be very interesting because Atom could actually just continue back up again. May see a little bit of a retrace and then a continuation to the upside. Okay? So, next, what have we got? 1 inch. 1 inch is trailing nicely, man. Nice move by 1 inch. Let me just have a look at the daily. Big red vector candle. They've still got one more zone to come back towards. But then we also have these wicks. These wicks are very important in the charts, guys. That's on the daily. We look again, we can see we got some big daddy vectors coming into this game. Look at that. Massive pool of liquidity right there for the market maker to tap into. How soon will they tap into it? Well, it all depends on what they do from this move to the upside. Okay? Theta, I know some of you guys like Theta. Theta's been struggling a little bit. She does need to come back up to this point, but you can see on Theta that we've got ourselves a big W formation right here. So is this the point that they decide to come out of the zone? Let's see. Okay, then let me just have a look. Cake's doing pretty much okay. Yeah, Cake's doing all right. Not bad for Cake. We can see on the hour time frame, what is she doing? Let's roll out. Sees a little bit of behavior by Cake moving up. That's pretty decent. Happy days, Cake. It's hit this zone 1, 2, 3 times. It needs to break away from this zone. Market makers actually work in threes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at our altcoin. I mean, our stable coin XRP. XRP holding this base very well. It's been quite interesting with XRP. Okay. They are accumulating a lot of XRP, holding above the 800 EMA. They're trying their hardest to keep this in line. I mean, the SEC ruling that they wanted an extension, that's just the standard thing that happens when it comes to, you know, the law. Asking for another extension for discovery, fine, accept that. But those who know and those who don't know are going to react to that sort of information, okay? Which is why it's stable. Okay, what else have we got? Let's just have a look. BNB's been doing pretty well, moving to the upside right there. So, yes, this is true. Market makers do work in threes in order for you to take profit. Here is an example. Okay, look, market maker steps in. 1, 2, 3 hits. Yeah, they pull it back. If you're in a trade, ladies and gentlemen, okay, and hypothetically you were to enter in this zone right here, the test of the 50 EMA, and price moves up, okay, by principle, you will be expecting the market maker to move in threes. But look, it did it even on the smaller scale here. Look how many threes they hit here. Look, 1, 2, 3. They retrace back. They move up again. 1, this would be a vector. 2 and 3 hits to the upside, retrace. Now what are we expecting? Expecting Binance to just keep moving back up again. Rise, retrace, continuation, high ADR. It's all down to what Bitcoin does today and how well they accept this ETF. Let's look at Shiba coin. Oh my God, this coin is crazy, man. This is absolutely nuts for a coin. I don't understand it, but you know what? Love it, because if you hold it, happy days. Where can we expect it to go? I mean, boy. What can you say about this coin? Daily, look at it. Look how close we are towards this all-time high. Not too far away. That'll be very interesting for us. Algo. Let's have a look at Algo. Holding the 50 EMA on the daily time frame. Guys, you're seeing this across the board. It's all based on what Bitcoin does today. Okay? It's all based on that. Willjoy. I understand why you're saying that. Okay, Willjoy's saying ETF is a scam personally. It's a future-based ETF and will deliver a lower return than just holding Bitcoin itself. Granted, yes. But what about those who don't want to hold Bitcoin? What about if they just want to exclusively trade its value in the future? Okay? That's the thing. Okay then, what have we got here? Bitcoin. Still ranging out. Not doing much. Pro zone is projection zone for those who are interested in that. If Shiba and Doge can make moves despite no relevance except marketing, why do people think an ETF launch can't explode it? This is a very good question. Okay? But that's the thing. All right? If they can move Shiba and Dogecoin purely on the backing of people, then Bitcoin becoming an ETF, it's got Wall Street backing, man. Do you understand what that means? New money is coming into the chart, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's just have a look at Fiat Leak for a minute. Here we go. Okay, then. Conversations on this here are really funny. Really funny. Here we go. Bitcoin. What's being accumulated right now? Let's see. Have the US woken up and started taking advantage of it? El Salvadorians are converting their USD to Bitcoin as interest in Bitcoin soars. Dogecoin price as Doge slowly retraces to 235. Prepare for another push higher. Here we go. Promotion. Nearly 1 million users trust BitcoinWallet.com as their preferred wallet. Okay, pretty much. So, Fiat Leak it's a decent website to have in the background. Just shows you where all the cryptocurrency is being absorbed across the world. More importantly, Bitcoin. It's kind of slow right now. These are all the transactions that are happening across the exchanges. Binance, Bybit. This is connected to the blockchain. Whether it's done in real time, maybe a little bit of a delay. But this is going to give us the understanding. 23.34 Bitcoin has just been purchased. So that's a big block move there. Hold on. Sushi, why would Bitcoin price change because of ETF? It's not they are trading. It's not they are trading spot. They are trading futures. Interest. It's interest. Naturally, there are people that don't understand futures. Okay? So all they can do is just think, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go and buy Bitcoin just to have it. Because that's what people do. You know? That is what people do. They don't understand it, so they think, you know what, let me just go and get some Bitcoin just in case I'm missing out on something that could break. What's going on here? Look at that. Right. Let's just get to the chart. Here we go. Let me have a look at the... Have a look at dollar yen. Where is dollar yen? I know I've had dollar yen here somewhere. I don't understand why I don't have dollar yen up here. Big three. Let me just look at the big three chart right there. No. Watch list. Let me just get dollar yen up for the nature of this. What is dollar yen doing? Dollar yen making one more hit to the upside. Is this a stop hunt rise? Coming back to the daily open, reject it. Recovery of the red vector candle. They've recovered that zone. Break it down towards the 5 EMA, 5-minute time frame. Is there vectors down here? Give me the vectors. Let me see. I'm not seeing no vectors. This may be a point in the chart where the vectors sit. 15-minute time frame. Let me get rid of Fiat Leaks. Taking too much of my computer usage there. 3-minute. No vectors in that zone. Daily open. I don't trust it. Look at that. Look at that. This is going to be a very interesting day. Let's see if they do actually continue high with dollar yen. Even if they do. Could expect it to hit the 15 and back down. But that'll be just mad strength in dollar. Look at that. They are screaming dollar yen to come back. Looking at the SXY. SPX, sorry. Look at that. Coming back up. Nice W formation right there. Getting ready to shift out of the zone. Could this be the development of a big M formation? Could that be the case? What would invalidate it? Price would need to just come up towards this point and stop and then drop back down. Okay? But if it breaks beyond that point and continues higher, invalidation of the pattern. So then it continues up. Silver. Let's have a look at silver. Silver futures. I'm just going to do silver on capital.com because silver dollar, I'll do it on that one. Are you serious? Nah. Silver's doing all right. 4 hourly. Rejection potentially at the 800. May hit the rejection. They keep hitting the 800 and pulling back. Dropping on to the 12 hourly where we are. Oh, we are testing the 800 EMA on the 12 hour. Ranging out to the side. Chances of them coming back down in higher. Oh, the thing is, when you come to trading commodities, it's really down to its utility of it as well. It's like, you know, where is the demand for it? If the demand is there for it, naturally, this is going to keep on moving higher. Let's see how that rolls out with gold, with silver. Here we go. Bitcoin, are you doing anything? Come on. Drop onto the 15-minute time frame. Still not doing anything, ladies and gentlemen. What have we got? 20 more minutes until they do decide to open New York. 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes. Yeah, you don't worry about the likes, man. Don't worry about it. As long as you're here, that's happy days for me, man. That's all that matters. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe at the end of the video. All right? But today we are here to look at what Bitcoin is going to do next. Question. LS. Even though ETF will bring a lot more liquidity, is it possible it will become less volatile? This is what we're waiting to see. This is what we're waiting to see. We're waiting to work out, is it possible that volatility drops? Is this their way of actually maintaining the volatility of Bitcoin by bringing an ETF? It's all about the adoption. It's all about the adoption, ladies and gentlemen. You know? All about adoption, because the more people see, you got look at it like this. By whatever instrument there is for you to obtain Bitcoin, to the average person, okay, once they start seeing Bitcoin being appearing in news articles in mainstream newspapers, like for example the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, okay, the only thing that they can do, all right, is to just go to your box standard broker, your box standard app, like crypto.com, Binance, whatever, and just buy Bitcoin. They don't need to worry about the idea of trading it. That's for the Wall Street traders. That's for all the guys that want to hedge their risks, okay? This is a particular type of instrument, okay, that is used to offset any risk that you have elsewhere, okay? Could it affect the supply? Maybe. But is it going to encourage bigger players to buy more Bitcoin? Or is this just a marketing tool just to get people to just step into the idea of understanding what cryptocurrency is? There are so many things that you can consider about this. Ultimately, as a trader, you don't care. You want to know if this information is going to trigger an interest. Naturally, it's more liquidity coming into the market. So by principle, we should see price making its moves to the upside and even to the downside. Okay? So, Bitcoin coming back up towards the recovery of this vector candle. I need Bitcoin to make that move. She needs to make that move. Oh, man, this is tense, man. Tina, when do you start paying attention to divergences? Divergences are probably the last thing that I will consider, but because I scalp, divergences for them to come into play, I'm in and out of the trade before they even activate. Okay? What I do is I say to myself, okay, if there is divergence in a certain move, so for example, look at this. Right now, there's no volatility. Volatility bands are flat. There's nothing happening. That's pretty standard with the moving averages all flat across the board right there on the 15-minute time frame. All right? Go on to the 1 hour time frame. It's the same story. Okay? Now, you've got here, you've got some form of divergences coming into the chart, but it's really for swing traders, really. All right? Swing traders utilize a lot of the divergences. You know, if it makes a high and the RSI is lower than the previous peak, then of course you've got your divergence there. You will make a decision on that basis. That would either solidify your reasoning to go short or to go long in the opposite direction as such. Okay? But I don't really rely on the TDI massively. You know, my information is taken from the vector candles. This is what's important. You need to profile market structure. What is it that they're trying to do? Take into context what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen, to help you understand if they're getting ready to break above the 63 zone. Okay, because the move can be pretty aggressive. Yet again, big green vector candle. All we know that they can do next is recover that candle. That's all there is for them to recover. Naturally, we could come back down to this point in the chart. But this candle and this candle so far, the candlesticks that we are needing to pay attention to in case they come back towards. Now, of course, you've got other vector candles in the chart which are likely to be seen at some point. It all depends on how they respond to this ETF. Okay, you've got the vector zone right here, which is this blue vector candle. That could be a zone. You've got this zone right here. And it's always good to draw out these zones so that you are mindful and there are no surprises along the way. All right, vector candle recovery zone. Do it again. Another vector candle recovery zone right there. So when you're looking at the chart, you can say to yourself, okay, then, will Bitcoin go higher? With the exception of the ETF, that is likely to induce interest to spike it up to the upside. Okay, at the same time, they could also bring it to the downside. So you're not blinded by bias. Because what will you need to see for Bitcoin to continue down lower? Well, you need to see price breaking below the 5 and the 13 EMA on the hourly and breaking below the 50 EMA. By nature, you would expect them to do this, break down, retrace back up, continuation to the one zone, come back up, continuation to the next, come back up, continuation to the next zone. Form a pattern, then try and come back up. Okay? But the key thing is this. That's not to say that they're going to do this. But what I'm saying to you is will they do all of this, or will they just bring price back down into this point before they then consider to going back up? What if they decide to go back up from this point? What if they do decide to go back up from this point? But what if they decide to go all the way down to points in the chart that we've been to before because they've got the most amount of interest by traders so that they can build their shorts at the highest possible point? Just look at what's going on. Now, all we have is the ETF that could send price higher. That's it. There are no vector candles in this zone, okay, other than this wick right here. That's all we have to the left of the chart. But to the right of the chart, you can see, obviously, we're waiting for the hard right, but you can see there's vector candles right here. But are they ready to do that yet? That's the question. And this is what we do. We pay to play. We make the commitment and we say to ourselves, do I think Bitcoin's going to go higher or do I think it's going to go lower? Make your own decision. Be responsible for your trade. Done. If it doesn't work, next trade. If it works, next trade. That's all you need to do. Are we possibly at the start of a level 3 rise, peak formation of Bitcoin USD, or will we blast through the zone into our new price discovery? See, that's the thing, okay? Yes, we are in a level 3 rise. How long is the rise going to last for? That's the question, because look, you can see from this point, rising up. It rose for quite some time. So that would be deemed as a rise level, okay? How long does the level rise for? That's the key question. Does it rise in line with the ADR? We need to wait and see. JJP, if BlackRock decides to invest in Bitcoin, can Bitcoin go over 200K? Who knows? Who knows? See, I'm not going to be the guy that's going to say to you Bitcoin's going to go to 150K, 200K. I'm not going to give you that BS story. What I will say to you is where it's likely to go in line of its ADR. Okay? 65, 66, yeah, 65,000, 65,600. Okay? At most, potentially, Bitcoin could actually hit the 80K zone. Okay? That will be a plausible journey for Bitcoin to take. That's reasonable. I'm not saying 100K. Okay? That's too much for a trader, for him to pay attention to that, because then I'll be blinded by bias. What will Bitcoin do before it gets to 100K? Because that's not what people talk about. People only talk about, can Bitcoin get to 100K? Well, why don't you ask yourself, what is it going to do before it gets to 100K? What if it goes to 67K and comes all the way back down to 30? Where's your 100K now? Yeah? That's what you need to be mindful of. That's why I say to people, do not take on the idea that Bitcoin could go to 100K. You know what? Yes, it could go to 100K. Great. It's nice to be wishful. Am I saying it's not going to go to 100K? No, I'm not saying it's not going. But what I'm saying is don't make a decision based on a number that is too far away for us to get to right now. Because what if you decide to go long right now purely because people are talking about Bitcoin going to 100K? What if Bitcoin actually goes all the way down to 40K? First, before then it makes its move back up towards the 65K, 64K, and then it goes up and hits the 70, comes all the way back down to the 35. You just don't know. Yeah? You've got to be careful with that. Okay then. Crypto moves. Even if it does, it still has to go up and down all the way there. That's opportunity. If it goes to 35, it might, but there will be an up and down along the way. That's where we live. This is it. This is it. Our basis is on, is it likely? What does Bitcoin have to do before it gets to 100K? This is what you're looking for. Okay? By principle. Let's say this is the journey for Bitcoin to get to 100K. All right? Let's play around right now. Let's do something. I'm going to get 100K Bitcoin. All right. There we go. Here is an example of what could happen. This is on the 1 hour time frame. Bitcoin could do this. Could get this behavior. Nice little trend to the upside. Come down. Nice little pattern right there. Back up again. And it goes up. It goes slowly. Takes one big jump up. Comes back down. Sucks in again. And then tries to go up. And we stop for there. This is what could happen. Now, when someone says Bitcoin to 100K, 150, 200K, the idea is that you're just thinking, I don't want to miss out on that opportunity because Bitcoin now is at 62K. Do I want to be buying in Bitcoin at 100K? No, I don't. So people buy in now. Can they sit through all of this? Yeah? What if this peak here brings price all the way down to here? Because that's possible. You've seen it many a times. What if this peak brings price all the way up to here and nearly touches it but comes all the way back down? But because you can see the 100K in sight, you don't sell it because you think, oh my God, if it goes to 100K, it's going to continue higher. They did exactly just that this week. And last week, sorry. We thought they were going to hit the all-time high last week. Did they do it? Nope. They came to 63.99. Where was it? They hit 64. Yeah? That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. Like, just be mindful when you're making a decision about where you think price is going to go. Establish what trader you are. Are you a swing trader? Are you a scalper? Are you a holder? A holder just needs to pay attention to the weekly and the monthly time frame. That's all he cares about. There's no reason why he needs to be paying attention to anything else. I should screenshot this and let it play out. Okay, let's do it for the nature of it, guys. Okay, let's do it for jokes. All right. This is this is my Bitcoin assumption. Let's see if it plays out. Screenshot that bad boy. Save chart image. Happy days. Okay, done. I've done it. What if that's the journey? Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, then where are we at right now, guys? I need to just bring up the chart, see what's happening. Okay, we have got 8 more minutes until the New York Open, ladies and gentlemen. Things are starting to pull back. Let's look at things on the lower time frame. Let's have a look and see if Bitcoin is going to make this move that we are expecting. But the thing is, I'm seeing some interesting behavior. Stop, hunt, rise, drop. Stop, hunt, rise, drop. So they are working the ranges. They're recovering near enough every single candle, man. Very interesting behavior. We need to wait and see what happens. Still in the 4-hour cycle. Russia just brought $1.4 billion worth of Bitcoin. That would be consistent. That'll be consistent with them holding the range. What's XRP doing? Nah, XRP, you stay where you are for the time being. You're going to move when Bitcoin decides to move. That's standard. Okay, then. Come on, man. This is painstaking. New York pre-market trading already started. The exchange opens in 37 minutes. That's correct. So let's see what they've got in store for us. If they're holding the range. Yeah, what's it actually saying? Okay, let's actually do something. Let's have a look at gold. Where are you at? Okay. So JP Morgan put out an article not so long ago encouraging or saying that investors should start looking to Bitcoin as opposed to gold. Does that mean they're going to stop buying gold? No, not really. Okay. But if Bitcoin trades against the US dollar, gold trades against the US dollar, by principle, when gold rises, so should Bitcoin because it's traded against the US dollar. But what are we witnessing right now? 5-minute time frame on gold is actually moving up, but it's actually stabilizing. Everything seems to have paused across the board. That's the impact that this has. All right? Nothing is moving. Once New York opens, ladies and gentlemen, that is when the games begin. That is when we need to hold on to our horses, man, because we're going to see some interesting behavior. They may not even do it straight away. Gold's starting to move right now. Let's see. Bitcoin on the 5-minute going to potentially try and come up to recover this vector candle. They're just waiting for price to hold. Yeah, the spread is pretty crazy. Bitcoin pushes towards record before debut of futures-based ETF on Cryptocraft. I don't like that at all. You see it, Wing Commander? Yeah, I know you see it. How you doing, Mark? MK. You said they work in threes. We're going to see a pattern at 30k to 52, then 10k drop, then another 23 pump to 63k. I think we're going to see a 10k dump before going to 70k. Maybe. But it's all down to their opinion of it. Okay? The candles do, Pedro, how you doing, my man? The candles do look like they want to go higher, but guys, we are waiting for the actual ETF to be listed. So is it safe to make the assumption that they are actually getting ready to break down price purely by the principle of the vector candles marking up their shorts at the highest possible point? That's what the market maker's doing. But at the same time, look, the red vector candle's coming in. So they're building their shorts at the highest point, and then they're building their longs at the same time by taking advantage of the liquidation points for the guys who went long, because that's the only way they can do it. Everything seems to be going, like it's standing still. This ETF game is getting interesting. Let's update this and see what else people are saying about it. We've got 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes until the game rolls. Here we go. So this is the article that has just come out a few minutes ago. Bitcoin continued to climb towards all-time highs, bolstered by optimism over the upcoming launch of the first Bitcoin futures exchange traded fund in the US by asset manager ProShares. Largest cryptocurrency paired gains to trade 1.5% higher as of 11:15 a.m. in London, nearing the 62,250. Okay, it's more than doubled. Not interested in that. Let's see what they're saying here. Key things that you need to be looking out for. Okay, ignoring these percentage gains. ETFs means that this year Bitcoin's interest could see several billions of dollars come under management, which should keep the entire space buzzing. Okay, that's pretty cool, considering that a senior market analyst at Ananda, okay, which is a forex-based platform, is saying that. Okay, prospect of increased interest in Bitcoin from institutional retail investors is bolstering the token, whose 2021 climb dwarfs the returns from traditional assets like stocks, bonds, and gold. Goldman Sachs, no, it's not Goldman, JP Morgan talking about Bitcoin being as an alternative to gold. Happy days. Harsh crypto crackdown in China sent prices tumbling below 30k. Yeah, all right. Just got it cheaper. Other coins are also up for the week, including second largest token, Ether. The Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index is around the highest level since May. Crypto-linked stocks, okay. I'm looking for something else. All right, so what's Rick saying? Rick is saying the president of Investment Strategies, who wrote in a note that being so close to highs might make him think twice about buying Bitcoin now. Ah, Rick, you're starting to think like the market maker. Correct. You don't buy at the highs. You buy at the lows. Have you missed out on the opportunity of the lows? Bring it back to the chart. Marking up the highs, bringing it down and buying it at the lows. Look at the pumps that they come away from. Okay, that's what's important. The utility of news. Okay, why would you say this guy, Rick, who's in charge of an investment strategist company, it would make him think twice about buying Bitcoin now? Okay, that tells me that he does buy when price is rising. Even institutional traders, management companies, they make the same mistake that the retail trader does, which is why they are retail traders. That's not me just like this, discrediting this guy, but I'm trying to get you guys to understand the logic behind when price is rising. Okay, why does it always come back down? Why do people buy when it's rising? Because they think that the bulls are in control. No, it's because you're able to buy because someone has sold to you. So what I'm saying to you is these projected points in the chart could be zones in the chart where the market maker has already orders filled in this zone. Okay, let's have a look at something else. Let's see if it's still there. Trading light. Let's have a look at trading light for a split second. Okay, look at the orders are coming in. Bitcoin, USDT. What have we got? Bags of orders all over the place. All of them are at key notable areas in the chart. The 63,500, the 63,000, the 64,000. Look at where the orders are. Tapping up, building the orders, taking advantage of the liquidity, bringing it back down, hitting the stops, liquidation points so they can do it over and over again. That's the key thing about it, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're about to experience. Now it's 2 p.m. Here we go. All systems go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a conversation and pay attention to what's going on here. So, let's have a look. 2 p.m. in New York, guys. 2 p.m. in New York. Now we're going to see some activity. They may initiate a test of the daily open to try and come back up. Remember the zones that we've got in the chart. We've got to keep an eye out on them. Hold on to your horses, guys. Do not be impulsive. Let them show their hand. Let's get these next zones in the chart for recovery. We've got to be aware of them. Because when you pay attention to previous vector candles, you're not blinded by one direction. You'll then be paying attention to the idea that when price is doing something and you're expecting it to do the opposite, your bias will then change and say, hold on a second, maybe I'm wrong. It may not go up. What is the chances of it actually coming back down again? Well, they're testing the 200 EMA and they keep wicking out the lows. Okay, stopping volume candle on the 5-minute time frame is making me believe that they are actually accumulating in this zone in preparation to move. What's the direction? Because it's flat. We need to wait and see. Here we go. Pinning the lows. Pinning the lows. Here we are. 2 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. in New York. Yep. 2 p.m. UK, guys. Could we see 100k Bitcoin today? Jack Spence, I don't know if you've just turned up into the stream. Could we see 100k Bitcoin? If we saw 100k Bitcoin today, do you understand? The retrace back down would just be screaming. Okay? Just look at what goes on. Is it likely they could hit 100k in one session? No. I don't think they could do that. That would completely blow the market up itself. All right? The ETF, in relation to do that, right? The ETF ain't that much of a big thing for it to get to 100k today. Okay? There'll be so many things that they would need to say about Bitcoin. All right? They would have to say, the SEC would have to say, right, you know what? We're not going to bother with the lawsuit against XRP. Let XRP get listed back into the exchanges. We're not going to worry about regulation in cryptocurrency. Let's just let them crack on with it. Let's get rid of fiat and bang. All of that information probably could send Bitcoin all the way up to 100k in one session. All right? But the chances of that happening are very slim. Even if next to none. I will sell my house and buy the dip. Why do you use Binance chart? No market maker uses Binance, or am I wrong? I use Binance because it's the biggest exchange for volume. Okay? If you use other brokers and platforms, well, you're going to go to the place where most liquidity is traded, which is Binance. That's going to help you make sense of whether the vector candles play out or not, because some charts on other brokers don't show vector candles. Okay? So it can be a bit of a confliction. It's all about New York, guys. 2 o'clock right now, which will be 9 a.m. New York. Why isn't it moving? This is what I mean, man. They do this all the time. This is the Brinks play, ladies and gentlemen. So the Brinks box is currently in play right now. Let me just drop onto the 1 minute time frame. Patreons from today's session, ladies and gentlemen. You know what the story is. This is the 1 minute time frame. It's good to pay attention to the 1 minute time frame because you're going to see things develop. So here we go. Notice all the pumps up and the vectors appearing at the lows. It's a controlled move. There are more hits to the lows to build the longs at the lowest possible point than there is to the highs. The highs are the stop hunts, okay? This is where they accumulate the orders. And you can see the development happening right here, all right? Keep an eye out on it. That's what you want to be looking for. These are the clues. These are the clues right here. Look at that. The daily open, again, now showing support. Patreons, these are your block trades, okay? These are the blocks where they appear, all right? So let's see if they come back up towards the M3 projection, pivot point, sorry, to recover this previous wick vector candle right here. Once they do that, we should see them come up, retrace, come back up again to get the momentum to move higher. That's what we are waiting for them to do. They're holding the daily open for a reason. 25 more minutes until the futures market starts. That's when the ETF will actually be released, the moment the futures market starts. So, huge call orders in longs coming in on Femex. Guys, this should be a very interesting stream. And we're going to sit and witness the manipulative behaviors of the market makers. So proceed with caution. Don't go crazy on it, guys. Don't engage in the moon boy mindset, okay? Be aware. They may initiate a stop hunt low rise before they actually make the move. Or they could bless us today with a beautiful move to the upside. Happy days to anyone holding Bitcoin, okay? We just need to wait and see. Do not act straight away. Let the chaos get absorbed and then find order within the chaos. Okay? The way you find order within the chaos, rise, retrace, continuation. This is the basis of the pattern. This is what maintains order in our trading. This is how we can manage our emotions in trading. Okay, by simply sticking to the pattern that we all understand to be the tattoo. Okay, and the reason it's called a tattoo is because back in the day when we started the stream, I put out a declaration and said if the Discord members can collectively earn £1 million in profits by using this strategy, I will get the tattoo pattern, tattooed to me. And it came through, man. All the guys in the Discord, they put their posts up. We averagely worked out everything, and it came through. So mad love and respect. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Bitcoin. Give me your flavor. Give me your flavor. These sort of times, guys, I get a little bit excited. Why? Because I see the system playing out. That's the victory for me. Where you're able to understand the behavior of the market maker. Why are they spiking the lows and not going lower? All these sells to the downside. In order for you to sell, someone has to buy. So if price comes down here and stops, it means the pressure of the market maker, his presence is known at this point because he wants to reverse price back up so he can build shorts at the highest possible point, release the liquidation points for the retail traders who went long so that he can build his longs again. This is how he buys more. He buys more when this happens. Okay, so let's see what they've got in store for us, man. I am like a soccer commentator. Have you actually seen those, what are they called? Those cattle auctioneers, where they actually rap away with it. That's the sort of thing that I'm doing right here. That's the sort of thing. Let's have a look at Trading Light a second. What have you got for us, Trading Light? Okay. I like that. Maybe key orders at key notable numbers. Let's see what they got in store for us. Come on, Bitcoin, show us your hand. Come on. Steve gave us the phone call earlier on today, guys. Here we go. Make your move, Bitcoin. Come on. Show us the system. Let's go. Got the projection zones in sight. 63 is what I want for before anything else. If we come to the 63 point, that would solidify the market maker's behavior in this zone. Okay, let's come away from that. It's going to look like it's going to come back up to recover that pattern. That's fine. Here we go. The US Brinks is showing its hand. We might just get a continuation in the US Brinks. We could even get the same behavior that we had in the UK Brinks in the US. So let's see what they've got in store for us. Market maker has been sat on the sidelines waiting for people to just step in at the release of this ETF. Let's see if they are going to make the move. What is a moon boy? A moon boy is a person that buys in this zone right here. He buys Bitcoin when it's at the highest possible point and hopes that price is going to continue higher. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's good to be a moon boy. You know, if you entered here at 61 and you witness price go to 63, you're damn right I'm a moon boy. It's nice to be a moon boy at that point, but don't do what the moon boy does. There's your recovery of that vector candle right there, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute time frame coming back up to recover the zone. Happy days. Now this is where it gets interesting. Just because they recovered that point is now a point where they are going to look to try and drop it back down to recover this vector to get Bitcoin cheaper just in time for the ETF release. Let's see if we do get a bit of activity beforehand, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Come on, Bitcoin. Show us what you are about. Let's have a look at what's going on across the board. Are we seeing anything? FTM still doing its thing. The alts seem to be doing okay. Ethereum still at 38. XRP above 109. XRP needs to hit the 1-1 zone before I'm going to pay any interest to it. Man, type 1 if you are feeling a little bit excited. Look up moon boy in the dictionary. Here we go. Here we go. Make the move. Make the move. There you go. Countdown. Here we are. Come on, man. Stop doing this to us. Make your move. Pre-market orders coming in. Very interesting. I need to put a little bit of music on just to set the scene. Here we go. Maybe got one of those fire tracks happening, man. Let me listen to this. What track have I got playing right now? The track I'm listening to right now. How funny is that? Let's see if it does actually do anything from that. No down, no down, no down. Only up. Let's go, please, please, please. Listen, whether it goes up or down, the idea is that you are understanding why. That's the key thing, okay? By principle, if they're going to go down, all they can go down to is the previous zones in the chart, which will not be a surprise for us, okay? It'll just be a little bit of a bummer because we're like, oh, ETF, Bitcoin should now go to the upside. If you're looking at all the news that is coming out, people talking about billions of dollars now coming into Bitcoin. Yeah, great news, okay? We just need to let them show their hand. They are holding the range right now. 12 minutes past 2, guys. We need to wait and see. It's a bit of a patient game, but these 20 minutes are going to be the longest 20 minutes of our lives, guys. And the suspense is there. Is this the continuation up? Let's just roll over to the higher time frame for a split second. Daily. Let's have a look at this. Right, okay. All we have are these wicks. That's all we have. If you look in the chart, ladies and gentlemen, you will see this behavior before. Look, big green vector, stabilize, shift out. Big green vector, stabilize, shift out. Let's see if that happens. Let's see if we are going to be a part of history today, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin going to be making a lovely move to the upside. I just hope that the climax plays out. Because if I'm going to be sat here waiting for the ETF to roll out and nothing happens, I will not be happy, man. I will not be happy. Moon boys love to listen. Love it. My fish finger sandwich. Yes, we know that the market is 24/7. Yes, we are aware of that. I forgive you. We're talking about institutional traders, Wall Street money. Do you understand? Wall Street money is about to step into crypto. Now, not to say that they haven't been stepping into crypto, but legitimately, mainstream-wise, in tomorrow's newspaper, in the Financial Times, in the Wall Street Journal, there will be a reference about Bitcoin's ETF, okay? And this is where it is today, guys. This is what we're waiting for. And in tonight's stream, okay? I'll be going live again tonight at 10 p.m. Okay. And just for the record, for those of you who are new to the stream, thank you very much for passing through. I'm currently doing a giveaway, giving any subscribers 3 months access to the Patreon, the Market Maker tier Patreon. Got 3 months access. All you need to do is just go to this video and you can just put in Traders Reality, Discord name and number just to take part. All right. And I'm doing that giveaway. 3 people will get access to it tonight. And then again, going to do the same thing for another 4 more people. And then we're going to be doing the 1 Ethereum giveaway towards the end of this month. I'm going to be splitting 1 Ethereum in half. So I'm hoping that Ethereum actually goes up in value from today so that I can actually give more money away. And that Ethereum was kindly donated by one of the members of the channel. So mad love and respect to you for doing that, my friend. Okay. Here we go. Bitcoin recovery of this wick. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Bitcoin. Why are you doing this, man? I need to take my inhaler, man. Here we go. Happy days. Come on, Bitcoin. Show us what you got. Come on. Pre-orders coming in, guys. 15 minutes. New 15-minute candle. Pre-markets. They're rolling things out. It's going to get a bit interesting. 5-minute time frame. Let's have a look. There she is. There she is. There she is. Projection zone 1. Come on. Get me to projection zone. Get me to the projection zone. Happy days. Come on. Ah, you mother. Hit the yesterday's high. That's standard. Guys, you're about